All right. Okay, we are recording. So we're going to talk all about social media, TikTok, everything social media tonight, basically, and how to do it. I'm going to be sharing my phone screen for part of it, so hopefully that will help also. If you guys have questions, whether it's about what I'm talking about or even if it's not what I'm talking about, it's just something you forgot to ask earlier, go ahead and put it in the chat. I love when the chat blows up. I can go ahead and look at it when I'm done explaining something. Sorry. But like I said, I hope that I'm going to explain things in a way that you'll understand. And if you don't understand it, I encourage you to ask because that's what I want out of this Zoom. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Give me just a second. Then I'm going to show you the first thing. I'm going to give you some of the Instagram filters that I use and how I use them. Okay. Okay. Give me a nod if you have your camera on, if you can see my screen. Sweet. Okay. So on Instagram, I have my Instagram and Facebook linked. And if you've gotten to this part in your training, this is what I always talk about. Hi, Noah. This is what I always talk about. And so when I go to Instagram, anything I post to Instagram, post to Facebook. Okay. So when I go to that plus in the top right, and I don't know if Androids are different, I'm really not sure. But when I go to my story, you can see all these things to the left here. Okay. And so what I wanted to talk about is boomerangs here for a sec. This is one of my favorite things to do. So if we were on our Zoom training, I can't stop sharing my screen to show you, but if I have the gallery view open, I'll just do a quick boomerang of us working together. I'm usually just like, so it's not moving too much, but it's moving enough that they know it's not a picture. And my advice with that is like to be careful with how fast you do it because I'm like, well, that's really fast. And people can't even really see what I'm like showing, I guess, if that makes sense. So if I'm on a Zoom and I want to like show people, I'm going to put it on gallery view and I'm be like, oh my gosh, I'm so thankful for this team. Or I'm going to type working with my team, or you'll see the stuff that I put on my story. Or blessed to have someone pouring into us or something like that. So that's something that you can do. The photo booth, I think, is a really new feature. So I'm going to put it on me for a second. It'll be really weird. But the photo booth is a new feature. And if you want just a filler thing, if you're feeling silly, it will literally do photos of you. Okay. And you can just do fun things. So I'm going to do fun things. And it counts down for you. And then it just goes through them. Okay, so that's just a fun thing you can do. Maybe you can do it with your kid. Maybe you can do it with the weather, whatever you want to do. But that's how you do that. So that makes it just like a nice filler. Super Zoom, I don't use very often because there's different things here. I don't know what I guess I can zoom in on my cat. So there's different things you can do here. But once you push that, it will do the zooming in for you. But I don't like a lot of the intense filters like this. So I don't normally do that. But you can go ahead and like look through those yourself and see if you like them. But one that I wanted to talk about was hands free. Now I don't know if all phones have this or if this is just an iPhone. I don't know. It should be on Instagram, but I don't know. What I do when I make my coffee is I literally just keep talking and talking and making my coffee or doing whatever. And I let this go all the way around because obviously you can see when it's approximately going to end. But, and I'm pretty sure Androids let you do this as well, but I know for sure iPhone does. It will keep going and just show you a picture. Okay, see how it showed you that picture? You can do 4 of those pictures before it cuts you off. And it usually cuts the last one off a little bit sooner than you'd think. But I can do this for 4 things. So it's basically 15 seconds each. No, 20 seconds. No, 15. Instagram's 20. Facebook's 15. I think that's what it is. Either way, you can do 4 on Instagram. I never put my stories on Facebook, so I don't honestly know. Okay. And then I can put stuff here every time. So I can be like, watching my cat. I don't know what I'm going to say on these. Okay. So I can put my cat here. All right. And the reason I'm typing on these is because people usually watch them on mute. And I'm guilty of this even. I watch it on mute sometimes. Maybe I'm laying in bed after Granger's fallen asleep and I don't want to like put my sound on. I watch them on mute. So if I'm talking about something, love this coffee. Like, I know it's not about my coffee, but you're getting what I'm saying. And I usually try to look on there on the bottom. You can see the text really, really small about like in the same spot, I guess. That's just my OCD. That's what I like to do. But describe whatever you're talking about or whatever you're doing. Now you'll see sometimes with Granger when we're just playing, I don't put like text on that. But like when I make my coffee, I do when I'm talking about anything, when it's like facing my face, I guess, if that makes sense. I do that as well. I'm gonna see. Oh, I do have one more thing. I'll put it on me so you guys can see me because I don't know if you can actually see me. Can you still see my like screen or just my phone? Oh, you can. Okay. Not gonna put it on me. Sorry. Anyways, what I was gonna say is that I always type a little snippet about what I'm talking about. So I don't know if I really did it much today because my uncle was in town, so I didn't do a lot of my actual face. So I'll talk after this probably about how I was thankful that I do work from my phone, and then my uncle came down on a random Wednesday, and I was able to spend the day with him and my mom because I had it off. So that was really cool. So check out my story later for that too. But when I'm doing it, I always type some type of snippet, and it literally doesn't have to be this big paragraph if you don't want it to be, but just shows people what you're talking about so that if they didn't have their sound on, they could still get roughly the point of what you're talking about. Okay, so the other thing that I want to talk about is filters. You don't have to use a filter, but I do think it makes you like, I say it makes you look better because that's the wrong word. But I think that I personally like it. Now, this is a bad lighting for me to do it. If I do it this way, it's a little bit better here. So I'll show you that. So the filter that I like to use is this oceany one. Right now in this lighting, because I have extra light on me, I don't like it, but I'm just showing you. So when I do this, blah, 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 I'm talking, I'm typing. And if I posted this to my story right now, you would see a filter up in the corner. Now I'm going to show you. I'm going to go to someone's story and I'm going to show you what I mean. Then we'll go to Hannah's. Okay, bad words. Oh, she got to see Jordan. Okay. Okay, so do you see how it says life with me? Oh, is it frozen on your guys' end? Dang it. Hold on. What the heck? Must have. Okay, let me stop sharing and I will come back to sharing for a second. Sorry. I was like, what is happening? There we go. Okay. Can we see it again? Yeah, okay. Try that again. So if I go to this, you see right there how it says life with me? That's her filter. So I can click on that and I can click try it. Okay, so I'm going to put it, and I like to put it in natural light. So if I was by a window right now, this is where I would do it. But yeah, see, that makes me look like I have like blush on, and I don't like that at all because I don't wear blush and that's just not my thing. But like if I go to, I'm trying to think of someone else's, maybe Sammy's. Okay, sweet tan. Let's try this one. Try it. So I just click try it. Oh, don't like that one either. So that's a really bad example, but I think you get my point. I always use the filter, and that's why I went through them. So we're just done with the filters because that was just yikes. But I like filters because people can try it and they'll be like, "Ooh, that's a really cute filter on you," or something like that. Some people change them up every day. I personally do the same filter all the time because I found one that works for my skin. It doesn't change my hair color because I'm really OCD about that. So that's kind of my super quickly. Oh, I love you guys. That's my super quick Instagram story things on like a tutorial of Instagram, basically, really quick. Make the chat thing. Yes, it's kind of how we like make our photos brighter. That's basically the same thing. Okay, so maybe I'll have to try Shay's when there's actual good light because I do not like that one in light that I'm in right now. And maybe that's just me. So the next thing is how I do a time lapse. So like there's certain mornings that like I don't want to post music to my Instagram story with my coffee, or maybe I did that with like 3 or 4 of them. Oh, I didn't show you guys how to save it. I'll show you how to save it in just a second here. But there's times that I don't want to talk on my story, and so I do a time lapse video that makes it really fast. And so I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So let me show you how to save the filter just so I remember that. Oh, there we go. Okay. So when I go back to Sammy's, okay, let's pretend this. So that save effect right there, that's how I save that. And then what happens, I'm not gonna save it right now because I don't want that one. What happens is when I go to my story, the ones that I've saved, I'm gonna put it over here so you can see me, are over here. So like here's one that I've saved that brings up the mood things. Here's another one that has some fancy lighting. This was like a game thing, I think, or yeah, random questions. So oopsie, because you do a video. Excuse me, sorry. You do a video and I think there we go. You tap it and it'll do something. And I'll be like, I was born in Mitchell, South Dakota. And then you can tell a story about it. Okay. And so that's a filter that I've saved. And so all of the ones that I've saved are over here. Okay. And so that way you can save the ones that you like. Okay. The time lapse video that I was talking about, I don't know if Android has this. I really don't. I'm going to do it on me just so you guys can see, but it's going to look really, really funny. Oh, maybe. Oh, can I? Oh, okay, I can. So I'm gonna do it on me. So I'm recording. This is gonna be really fast because I moved a lot, and time lapse, it obviously speeds it up like more than 10 times, I'm pretty sure. So I'm stopping it. Okay, I'm gonna give it like 5 seconds ish to load. And then I'm gonna click it. And oh wow, it was that fast. It's literally like 2 seconds. Okay, so basically my point is that's how I do a time lapse, and that is how I upload my coffee videos that are fast. And so I don't remember. Oh, today I added music. I was trying to remember what I did today. Today I added music, so that's a bad example. But there are some days where I just wake up and I'm like, okay, I just want to do this super quick. I don't want to add music. I don't have time to do it. So I'm going to do a time lapse. I don't do that very often because I want them to see how I'm making the coffee or to be able to talk about it. But it is an option, and someone had asked about that. So I wanted to make sure I said that. There's two things I want to move on to before I move on to TikTok, because TikTok is obviously a lot in itself. So one of the things is hashtags. Someone asked what ones bring me the most traffic. I have basically anything that you consider you. And so for me, I'm gonna find my hashtags here. I can tell you. I put these on all my pictures. I have my Van Z family of 3 because that was what we did when my son was born. I have Welcome to the World, Baby Van Z, Baby Granger, Granger Atlas, Our Baby Boy. Those are like very me. So like I can go look at all the posts that I've made with them. But the ones that I put, you want to use if you want to get traffic to yourself, to your Instagram or to your story or whatever. You're gonna want to use ones that people use a lot. And so like baby snuggles, mom life, stay at home mom, first time mom, boy mom, things like that that are really popular that people use, something like that. So I have literally a bunch of them, but you can go check out all of my posts with Granger, especially have those in those, and that's what I use every single time. So that way, if someone is looking up September baby on Instagram, one of my posts will eventually pop up there. I hope that makes sense. Emily, yes, I do it on my story. No, sorry, I do it on my camera. If you're talking about time lapse, I do it on my camera first, get it done, then I upload it to my story. So that's the only crappy part, is that you don't get the filter if you want it with that. But most of the time I don't care about the filter when I'm doing a quick 10-second coffee video. So that's just my personal thing. The other thing I wanted to talk about was, and some of you, especially if you're on my team, have gotten to the point of talking about the things that you like brand yourself with. So if I go to my profile right now, I'm going to go to one of the girls so that way you can see the difference here. You're going to see the things that are about me. And some of you know me pretty well, and some of you are new and don't know me as well, but you're going to get to know me because of my bio. Okay, so I'm going to go to Instagram. Here's my bio. Okay, so obviously I'm a wife to Daniel. I'm a mama to Granger. I'm very proud to be a C-section mom. That's nothing against anyone that had a vaginal delivery, just FYI. I'm just very passionate about the negativity surrounding C-sections. And so I put that on there because I post about it. Okay, I'm growing my faith. I'm probably at Hobby Lobby. I'm top band, and I still consider myself a band teacher, so that's why that's there. And I'm a fur mama to Raider and Xena, because those are my 2 cats. And then I do have my own photography business, and then I have this Linktree app that's also got some of my influencer application. I was a brand ambassador for somebody. Add me on Facebook, skincare stuff, lots and lots of stuff. But I don't want to get into that tonight because that's a whole different trading just on Linktree. But anyways, what I wanted to talk about is what you have in your bio is what you should be posting about outside of the business. So if I go down here, okay, I can tell you that there's obviously posts about Granger. There's posts about Raider. There's posts about, I know that this one specifically was about like mom life. Hobby Lobby, I have not been to in a while, but this one was also about faith. Okay, so I talked about that there. I have not talked about C-section in a little bit, but I haven't been able to get the right picture for it, and I'm really like OCD with my pictures. But April is C-section awareness month, and so I will definitely be posting about my C-section then. But my point is, you want to be able to have people know you. If they could not, I wish I could like, I literally covered this to pretend that you guys couldn't see it. If you could only see my bio and could not see my pictures, what would they know about me? They would know all of these things. And the same thing, I had to change it up a little bit on Facebook because it was different. So I'll show you what it is on Facebook real quick. There we go. Okay. So I have wife, baby mama, and fur mama, band teacher, C-section advocate, and that's not for everyone to have a C-section. It's just, again, the negativity around it. I want to get rid of it. Hobby Lobby obsessed, and my faith. So that's what I could put in there because it was different. And I'll show you a few different people. So like, I know none of you know Hannah personally, so I'm going to show you hers. I don't remember what she has in there. Okay, so she has stuff about Jesus. She's a wife. She's a mama. And she said, let's be friends. Okay, so you can tell already that she has a relationship with Jesus, that she's a wife, and then she's going to post mom stuff because she's a mom to Case and then twin boys, and then that she likes to meet new people because obviously she says, let's be friends. Let's see what my friend Sam has. I was like, really? It's gonna make me go all the way. Okay, so she is apparently obsessed with coffee. She's saved by grace and she loves Target. Okay, so my point with showing you these other bios is that they're gonna post about these things on their actual feed and not just have it in their bio. Okay, obviously you guys know Morgan. You know that she's a wife. You know that she's a dog mom. She does post about her dog. She does post about weightlifting. She does post about travel, and she does post about believing in others. And that's what I wanted to show you tonight was people that do post things that are in their bio. So if we have gotten to that part of your training, I want you to look at your bio and see if your bio matches what you've told me. And if we haven't, we're going to get there very soon. But my basic thing is if it's in your bio, you should be posting about it. I usually say like once every couple weeks, maybe once a month minimum, because that's the things that you feel like define you. And so like, I don't put coffee in there because like I do love coffee and I post about it, but like there's so many other things to me that are more important that define me, and coffee does not define me, if that makes any sort of sense. And so like that's why I always say that your things in your bio you should be able to post about. And so like obviously I'm not in Sioux Falls, so I can't like talk about Hobby Lobby all the time, but I can talk about, hey, I got this sign at Hobby Lobby, or oh, we're gonna go to Sioux Falls and I'm gonna be at Hobby Lobby. Like I talk about that a lot so people know that I always love Hobby Lobby. And when I'm in there, I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, did you see this? This is cute. I could buy this, I could buy that. Like it's always on my story if I'm there. Like it is just something that I really, really enjoy. So I hope that that makes sense with bios. And like I said, in your training, or if you have any questions on it, let me know. But we will talk about it because I think your bio is very, very important. I feel like, especially if your account's private, the only thing that they see if they don't see your pictures is your bio. And so that's your storefront, that's your window. Excuse me, that's their intro into you before they can actually see what your life's about. And so I think it's just really one of the most important things, whether you're an influencer or not. I think it's very important for people to be able to know you through that. So that's what I have on social media in general, real quick. And I know that was like a super, super like short thing of it, but I wanted to make sure we had enough time for TikTok because TikTok is a lot. So if you have any other questions regarding social media, I'm going to do a quick thing on TikTok. And then we'll come back to the questions if we have time. So, my gosh, TikTok. So I got asked how I find videos to do, how I add words, how to add reels, when do I do them, and do I set up a time block for them basically. So for me personally, I like to post 3 a day. And so for the rank I'm going with, for the amount of traffic that I want to bring to my Instagram, that's perfect for me. If that's too much for you right away and we haven't gotten that in your training, you're like, 3 TikToks a day, like what? Just post once a day. Or even if that's too much, post once a week. Okay. It's just the same thing with your other social media though. The more you post, the more traffic you're gonna get. And that's just, I guess, if that doesn't make sense, let me know. But like I said, if it's overwhelming at first, do one a week. That's not a big deal at all. But I'm going to explain to you what I do for mine because I do so many. So usually I'll take a day and I'll take an hour or so to make a bunch of TikToks. Okay. And I'll explain how I find them in just a minute. But for me, being a mom, I just cannot do 3 a day and be worried about making them and looking in a sense good enough because I could go on there right now and it wouldn't matter, but like obviously we're all OCD about how we look on TikTok, and so we want to make sure that for the videos we're talking about, we're going to look how we want to look. And so what I do is I set aside about an hour, maybe two, one day a week, usually on Sundays. Kind of depends on like if Daniel has a random day off and be like, okay, hey, I'll get my TikToks done today. But I just go through and I do a bunch of them in that day. I get as much done as I can. I post in threes. And so I do the same shirt. So like I did TikToks in this shirt today. I did 3 of them and then I changed shirts and then I did 3 more and then I changed shirts because it just looks a little bit better. And I'll show you when I open up the app, but I wanted to be able to talk to you guys first. But that's basically how I do my TikToks on like when I do them. If you're talking about when, as far as posting, I've had ups and downs because there is a best time to post on TikTok, like worldwide thing that you can follow. And I got decent views on that, but there were times that I had something going on or Granger didn't like, just wasn't working to post at the time that it said to post. And so I ended up posting at nighttime. And so Morgan made a good point one day. She's like, not a lot of people are looking at TikTok at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So post at a time that you think people are going to be looking at their phone. Well, when do they look at their phone most? In the morning when they wake up, at their lunch break, and before they go to bed. So you can think about that as you're thinking about when to post. That would be a good thing. But you can literally search TikTok posting, I think is what it's, or TikTok, best time to post on TikTok. That's what it is. And this chart should come up. And I think it's in Eastern time zone as far as I know. So with that, just make sure that you're in the right time zone, because obviously me being in Central Time, I had to go back an hour for those. So that's my best advice with that. So let's just dive right into it, and I will show you how I find TikToks and decide which ones I'm going to do. And I guess before I get into it, that'll really quick, basically how I find TikToks to do is, TikTok to me is like one of the best social media apps at targeting what you like. So if you go through on TikTok and like a video, it's like, oh, hey, she wants to see more of this. And so TikTok knows me. Oh my gosh, it knows me. It is so point on. Like, it's ridiculous. So what I see on my TikTok For You page is people who are inspiring. I see a lot of Jesus stuff and religion stuff all the time. I see engagements, I see babies, and I see military homecomings. That is what my TikTok entails. And then obviously like Morgan and Shay, because I watch their stuff a lot, so it knows I want to see them too. But that's what's on my TikTok, because those are the things that I really like. There are some C-section stuff too, but I'm like working on finding more people with that. But I'm going to log in, and I wanted to make sure, because it's going to start the sounds obviously, so I'm going to turn it down. But I'm going to show you guys how I find it, because how I find them is different than other people. Okay, so my sound is off. So I'm going to bring TikTok up. Oh, there we go. Okay, not if you can see my screen, or give me a thumbs up. Sweet. Okay, perfect. So going into TikTok. So I'm going to turn it up just a tiny bit.
Something new for every person, if you're my friend or not, that likes and supports.
Okay, so I'm going to get off that, because that's just not my thing. Okay, I want to do one that's not my friend. Okay, so that's really funny, but I don't know if I'd really use that sound, so I'm gonna go on. That's weird. Okay, so that's funny. So I'm not sure what I could do with that, but I think I could do something, whether that's with the business. Oh, you here. Can you guys still hear me? Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I wasn't sure if you could hear me since it was up there, but so I think I could do something with this. I'm not sure if I would use it as a business one or as like a personal one. So what I personally do is I click on the sound, the little thing at the bottom. I'm going to show you again, that little music thing in the bottom right. That's what I click on. Okay. So then it brings up all these videos and all these people that have used the sound before. So I click use this sound. Okay. So now it came up. So I'm going to show you guys, let's say I was going to do this as a business one. Okay. So personally, if you don't know that this exists, this is going to like rock your world. This timer. Okay. Oh, I have my volume off. Sorry. Oh, is it not going to do it? Oh, it's not going to do it. Okay. Sorry. That's really crappy for this video. But either way, watch me is right there. Okay. So this one would be really hard to do for business, but you could do it. So let's say I'm going to do it. You have to watch the top line, the blue filling up at the top, okay? Because with the business ones, you have to leave just a tiny bit of time at the end for the income disclosure statement. So I'm going to keep talking, blah, 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 whatever I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. And I can stop right there so that you see there's still time left. And then what I do is I click on effects, okay? Because if we're going to talk anything money regarding the business, you have to have the income disclosure statement in there. There is no exception. If I see one of your TikToks without it, I will make you take it down if you're on my team. And it's not to be mean. It is meant to be compliant, and you can get in trouble for not having it. Okay. Because you can't claim, oh yeah, I paid for this, but this person didn't. You can't do that, and it's just not okay. So you click the video thing, the picture with the down arrow on the second line. Okay. So I'm going to click it. You see it getting bigger. There we go. I click it. Okay. So then it came up with a green screen. All right. So I'm going to click the plus arrow. And I think you have to make sure that these are not cut off. Okay. So I should add this to my favorites, but I don't have it in my favorites yet. So I'm going to find it. Emily made one of the income disclosure statement with the ocean, and I just really like it. So there's my income disclosure statement. Okay. So notice how none of the lettering is cut off. It may be tiny, but it is not cut off. Okay. So when I'm going to film the rest of this, obviously my face is right here, and I don't want my face covering the income disclosure statement. I literally just tilt my phone enough to where that I'm out of it and record. And then it's done. Sorry. Okay. So it's talking, I'm talking, blah, 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 blah. Ready? Income disclosure statement. Okay. So let's say I'm like, all right, that's good. I'm going to save it because I can't do anything else with it right now. I'm going to click drafts. Okay. So then if I go back and I click on me, you're going to find my drafts. Oh, and it froze again. Oh, there we go. Can you see it again? Sweet. Okay. So you can see I have a lot of drafts in there. Okay. Not all of those are done, but usually for me personally, I do honestly usually a couple weeks to a month because I just don't have time to not. I just don't. Okay. Making sure keep your business safe. Yes. Dakota asked a good question. Do you put the income disclosure statement just on posts talking about income, or do you have to use it with posts sharing our products as well? No, you do not have to put it talking about products at all. It's just if you make any claim that it has done something for you or that it will do something for you. So for me, I can say this business has paid for my gas for 3 years. Income disclosure statement. Okay, I can say this business is going to pay off our medical debt by May. That has not happened yet, but that's what I'm claiming it's going to do. Income disclosure statement. Anytime I claim anything about money, it's paying for anything. We're going to Colorado, it's paying for that. Anytime that I claim that it's paying for anything or I got paid, immediately income disclosure statement. Okay. The other thing I want to talk about real quick, that's a really good question with that is if you're talking on your story, I should actually just stop this real quick here. If you're talking on your story about your story and you're like, I just helped a girl get started and I was on my work break and I'm really excited because she just ordered her hair, skin, and nails and blah, 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 blah. I'm really thankful I was able to work while I was at work and make this extra income. I'm again talking about income disclosure statement after. And I don't think I put it on my story right now, but anytime I talk about it on my actual story, I put the income disclosure statement right after it so that they can see that even though I'm talking about it being able to keep me home where I was able to work while I was at work and make money while I was working. Does that make sense so far? I'm going to read my other question, but let me know if that doesn't make sense. So it doesn't matter how long you put it up there. Like in the video, it doesn't matter how many seconds it is. For the income disclosure statement on TikTok, that's a good question too. I try to put it a little bit longer in most of my videos, but sometimes the videos are like 7 seconds. And obviously the end of that is watch me. And so that's really hard to get the income disclosure statement at the end because it is such a short clip. Some of my other ones are more like, I don't know, half a second maybe, depending on the video, but it depends on the sound. So what I could have probably done is clicked the 60-second thing, and I'll put that up here in just a second. And I could have probably filmed. Sorry. I could have probably filmed a little bit longer, but for that sound, it did not work. So if you use a certain sound, you might not be able to make it longer. Okay, Emily she talked about the business, and I'm going to show you that in just a second so I can show you guys what I was talking about, as long as I don't die of coughing again. All right. So give me a nod or a thumbs up and you can see my screen. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to go to Emily's story real quick, just so I can show you guys what I'm talking about because I haven't done mine yet. Okay, so we're going to go to her story. Okay, so this is like a boomerang. Okay, not too fast, but you can still see what's going on. She talked about how she loves Zooms with the team. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, you talked about it when I gotta find you talking. She's talking about her coffee. See, I'm watching it on mute right now, but I can also talk about what she's doing here. She's counting her macros. And if I'm interested, I can talk to her and let her know. Okay, so that's just a point to proving the other things that I was talking about too. Posted coffee slides, her kids. I'm just running it through. Okay, so she's talking about this business right here. She's been such a blessing and it's changed their lives. She's so passionate about helping others. She had 2 spots. And if they're coachable, willing to learn, like even though I don't know what she's actually saying right now, I can tell she's telling me if I'm coachable, I can do this. Okay. She's thankful. She prays over her team and she prays for people who need this. And then the pool and obviously information there. Income disclosure statement, because she claimed, okay, actually, I don't know what she claimed technically, but if we listen to the volume, I'm sure we could know what she claimed, but you get my point. She talked about something financially that happened, and right after it, she posted the income disclosure statement. That is what you need to do if you're going to talk about anything, even if it hasn't happened yet and it's going to do something, you're going to do that. Okay. So that's my thing on Instagram stories quick. So thank you, Emily, for letting me use your profile. So I'm going to show you that draft. Okay. And I'll actually edit one of the ones that I had so that way I can show you. There's something I was going to show you. Oh yeah, it was a 60-second thing. Okay. So if I make my own video, okay, at the bottom, you can see the 60 seconds and the 15 seconds thing. If I click 60 seconds, that obviously allows me to go a full 60 seconds. Now, remember, we haven't gotten to this part in the TikTok part. Excuse me. Instagram has reels. Instagram and reels are basically this, or Instagram and reels. TikTok and reels are basically the same thing. Okay. So if I'm sitting here, I'm talking on my TikTok, I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, this is going a lot slower because it's 60 seconds. Sorry, I don't want to go the whole time. Okay, I'm going to stop it because I was really, I'd have to talk for a long time. I'm still going to do that same effects thing. I'm going to push that same one. You can see it getting bigger. It's the second row for farthest one on the left. Click it. Okay, I'm going to find the income disclosure statement again. It won't take me very long because I know where mine's at. Just kidding. Where'd my screenshots help them go? Why did this have to do this? I know where it was the last time. Ha, there we go. Sorry. Okay. I know where it's at. There we go. Okay, so now let's pretend it's a little bit longer video. I can get out of the way and I can film this. I probably do it about there. So that's probably like half a second, maybe. I don't know, something like that. Okay, so I'm not going to save this video. This was just me primarily showing you how to do that. But I'm going to go to my drafts. I'm going to edit one here. Oh, but then I have to edit all of them. Okay, my OCD is going to drive me crazy. I'll just edit this one, even though it's me talking. Okay, so oh, but you guys want to see the pointed one. Hold on, someone wanted to see me pointing. I think I'll do the if you're on this For You page. Okay, yeah, I'll do the For You page one. Okay, so I'm going to turn this down. Can you guys still hear me if I do that? Yeah, perfect. Okay. So this is just not a business one, but this is me talking about things that are like me. So just dancing around. Okay. So I'm going to say if this, oh, I probably should show you how I did that. At the bottom, there's text right there. If I click on that, that's when this text comes up. If this is on your For You page, you must be, and then I'm gonna go like this. Okay, so I can do a lot of different things with this text. I can make it with a black outline. I can make it with a color outline like this. And I can even flip it to where it's like sort of see-through. Okay, I can also do a different font on this whole thing. So you can figure out what you want to do. I usually just almost always do the classic, and I almost always do that's not right. There we go. That's almost what I always do. You can look at almost all my TikToks. It's either that or the colored background sort of thing. So I'll do it like this, but I actually think I am going to do the color one this time. So I'm going to do it like this. Okay. I'm going to put this kind of high because I pointed here. Okay. Where did I point? I'm going to point it. There we go. Okay. So I just shrunk it just like you would on your phone with 2 fingers. So I'm going to make sure that this pointing area is right. That's pretty good. I'll leave that. Okay. So the next part, I'm going to say a mama. Okay. And I might, oopsie, dang it. That happens sometimes. Okay. Maybe a mom. You might be a C-section mom. You might be a teacher. Let's go. A Jesus follower. I hate TikTok that it doesn't autocorrect. It takes me so much longer. Love to laugh at yourself. Okay. So these are the things that I'm going to do. Okay. So the next part is if I posted this right now, everything would stay on this. Okay, so what I do is I click on it and click set duration. Okay, so I don't want this right away. I'm going to actually wait just a second. And I'm going to make it go basically when I point. Okay, so it has to be on there for a minimum of 1 second. So I'm going to see if I like this. But basically, I just shrunk it to where I thought I wanted it. And every time it would show me roughly what I'm doing when it would happen. Okay. Oh, that's really off. I don't know why that's so off. I'll figure it out later. Okay. But I'm going to do the exact same thing. So right after that, it's going to show me here. It showed that coming up. So if I want these to be after, I have to wait for that to be gone. Okay. So let's say I want it there and I want these to last for 1.5 seconds. Okay. So I'll do that. And then it's going to show me that same thing. I'm really scared that I messed this up and I'm going to have to redo this one. And I'm not going to be able to do that button again. But anyways, I'm going to put my C-section mom over here. Like I said, this is going to be really quick, but I'm going to show you. So the mama thing, I'm going to get rid of that. So that way it's not overlapping. And then I said I was going to do it for 1.5 seconds. So I'm going to do that for all of them. Okay. So I'm going to do this. Mama, C-section mama, gone, teacher. You get my point, but I'm going to go through and do this real quick. Teacher, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm not going to be able to do this last one here. So instead of doing this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this and I'm going to take it off. Oh, what did it? Okay. So the other thing I want you to remember is that if you put a caption on TikTok, you're going to have it be down in the bottom. So like some of my things might be too low and I'll show you what I mean. If I go back to my profile, I don't know if I put one where there's words. Sorry, I'm trying to find the right one here. Okay, this one's a really good example of a mistake that I made because it's too low and it interferes with the words. See how it's so close to my hashtags? That was a really bad idea on my part, and I didn't realize it till after I posted. So if it helps, if you look, that's right by the comments most of the time with your caption. So I can't go lower with my text than the little comment bubble over here. That's my rule of thumb now that I realized I messed up on that one. Okay. And so I'm not going to post this because I'm going to re-edit it because it's driving me crazy right now. And I got to make sure that that thing is right. But now we watch it. Besides that being off, these pop up and I can see if people are the same thing as me. And what I would do is on here, I would type, is the algorithm correct? What do we have in common? Or are we polar opposites? Or something like that, just to ask a question. Now, not everyone comments every single time, but sometimes they do. Okay. And so that's how I edit my actual TikToks. But I want to show you how I find them when I'm trying to do business ones. So the people, more than likely, if you're on my team, especially, I've taught you to find someone outside of me that you look up to, and you can steal all my TikToks. Go ahead. It's totally fine. But obviously I can't steal my own TikToks. So I go to other people's profiles. And so obviously I love Morgan. She enrolled me. So I definitely search her and I'm going to go find one of hers that I want to do. So sorry, I love her facial reactions. Let's just do this one. Oh, nothing. That's weird. Okay. I don't know why there's not volume on this, but let's say I really, really liked this video and I wanted to do it. I would do the exact same thing here and I would go use this sound and then start filming and save it. Okay. But I can just keep going through Morgan's. And a reason that normally I don't do the For You page.
What is your favorite?
Sorry, guys. Sorry. The reason I don't do this is because this is a trap. They know me so well. I will not get off of TikTok. It's a trap. It's really a trap for me and I can't do it. So I won't usually go to the For You page unless I've got everything done for the day or I've set a timer. That's my other thing because I know TikTok is a trap because my TikTok knows me so well. But I'll go to other people's pages and try to find things that I like. So like I love Morgan, I love Shay. I know a lot of my team likes like Jade and I think Cheyenne Nixon also has one. Hannah has a TikTok. I literally find anybody that I think I follow and I like. And then with the like religious ones or like funny ones, I don't remember if these ones will show the sound or not. Nope, not gonna show the sound. Okay. That's really sad because there's funny like Christian ones on here and there's baby ones and things like that that I found, and it's because my TikTok knows that I like the Christian TikTok, but you can also just like search the hashtag. But like there's one that I did today. Okay, this one's a good one that I found.
But when the devil hits you when you're already down on your knees, it isn't a good shot. It's a cheap shot. And he only does it because he's afraid of what you'll do when you get back up on your feet. He doesn't win. He just wants to make you think that he can.
Okay. And so that was a Christian one that I found. And sometimes I do actually talk on them, but sometimes when it's so fast like that, that I'm like, this is going to take me forever to try and talk on, I'll just do quote moves or whatever. And then I'll type on the screen basically the exact same thing that the sound is actually showing. Okay. I'm going to go back to the chat here and see if I missed anything so far. Oh, Emily was talking about how she talked about the business, being home and cleaning the house and talking to people about the business and then talking about a few of the things that it's done for her. Okay. So that is basically how I do TikTok. Like I said, it's a trap. It's a beautiful app. It's so funny. And the community on there, I love it. It's just incredibly, incredibly, incredibly distracting. And so for me, I can't sit on there. I will not get anything done. So do have people that set timers, and I do have people that just get their work done first, and then they go on TikTok. Whatever. Like yourself. If you can go on TikTok and not get set in the trap at the For You page, you go, girl. But I cannot do it. I will spend hours on that thing. And it just does not work for me. So I will stop the recording here soon. But do you guys have any questions that you can think of right now, like within like 10 seconds? Because if not, I'm going to stop the recording and then we can hop off. But I hope that I covered everyone's questions that I had. I think I got everybody's that was asking me questions about social media and like all the filters and effects. That's a good word. Effects that you can do with social media and everything like that. All right. It looks like no one else has a question, so I'm gonna stop the recording.